During Andrew Jackson's presidency in 1830, an act was passed to remove Indians from their land. The United States bribed, arrested, and ultimately removed approximately 70,000 American Indians from their ancestral lands in the American South. In present-day Oklahoma, from 1830 to 1851, the Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole tribes were forced to move out of their land by the U.S. federal government and Georgians. In Georgia and on Cherokee land, gold was found, causing the Indian Removal Act. When the Georgians found this out, they made aggressive attempts to remove the Indians. James Monroe was forced to make a statement hoping that it would make the Indian tribes relocate. Andrew Jackson, however, was willing to make offers and negotiations to trick the Indians so that the U.S. could retrieve the gold in the land. His negotiation was to trade the Indians' current land for new territories. When the Indians started deciding they did not want to move, that is when the U.S. government stopped trading between Indian tribes and the United States. Something like a peace treaty was made by Georgia officials stating the current conflicts, which were legal jurisdictions, rights to natural resources, and settlements. In the Treaty of Echota, the Georgians wanted to settle those conflicts and have their friendships restored with the American Indians. The Georgia officials felt that removing the Indians would help with resolving the conflicts between them and restoring the friendships. Armies rounded up as many Cherokees as they could into temporary stockades and subsequently marched the captives, led by John Ross, a principal chief, to the Indian Territory. Under the guns of federal troops and Georgia state militia, the Cherokee tribe made their way to the dry plains across the Mississippi and over 800 miles towards Oklahoma Territory. About 4,000 to 5,000 Cherokee Indians died during the journey towards Oklahoma. That includes Quati, John Ross's wife. This was known as the Trail of Tears, 1838. Some tribes left more peaceful than others, and others not so much. The Choctaw tribe left their land wounded, sick, and some near death. Really, there is no need for the Choctaw tribe to be forced out of their land. They were peaceful leaving for the most part and completed their forced removal by the Army Guard to the west in 1833. Because of the Indian Removal Act, many conflicts arose and lots of people, mostly Indians, got hurt. Even though it was eventually settled, the Indian Removal Act caused much chaos and conflict because of the Indians not wanting to be removed from their land. This act also created a racial event involving Native Americans being treated like second-class citizens. Andrew Jackson often referred to them as savage tribes. This as well eventually led to the removal of American Indians. So, all in all, several Indians died or were wounded fighting to keep their land, and of course, the U.S. federal government and Georgians got the gold they wanted.